Thank you. Right now at 4, President Trump is expected to issue an executive order aimed at dissolving the Department of Education. Joining us to talk about it all is Dan Haar, the senior editor and columnist at Hearst Connecticut Media. Dan, thank you so much for being here. First off here, yes, of course. So first of all, how could this move impact the Department of Education here in Connecticut?
Well, on the money side, the state gets $1.1 billion from the U.S. Department of Education, which amounts to about 8 or 9% of all education funding in Connecticut. Most of that goes to cities because Title I is the program that funds underserved communities. However, closing the U.S. Department of Education doesn't end those grant programs. There are 3 major grant programs of the U.S. Department of Education: college students, Pell Grants, that sort of thing, and aid to college students, aid to students with disabilities, and aid to lower income districts. Those programs all exist on their own. There's very little money left to save when you take away those programs. This is really just a lot of huffing and puffing and window dressing by the president.
So it sounds like it would, just based on what you said, it won't be a huge impact?
Well, listen, if he gets Congress to end those programs are authorized by Congress, Title I and so forth. That fund college students, low income, and students with disabilities. If Congress wants to eliminate those programs, they can do it. But that's going to require Republicans to say, we do not want to fund low-income districts. This has nothing whatsoever to do with the sort of ideological nonsense that the president is spewing. He's just lying. There is almost none of that. Specifically under Obama, the U.S. Department of Education was prohibited from telling local and state schools how to teach and what to teach.
Now, will that change under President Trump?
No, he wants that.
Okay.
He's already got what he wants. It's not going to. What I'm saying is this is just a lot of blowing of hot air, and is a very big danger if they close the department, because those programs could end. But that would require, at least in the opinion of many, a vote of Congress. Now, could the president try and unconstitutionally go around that? Of course. He's doing it in every other department. Why can't he try it here?
And with all this chaos going on with the federal government, Senator Chris Murphy is getting national attention as a voice of opposition.
Yes, he is.
What is the key point he's trying to make in all of this?
His big point is that he funnels a lot of his arguments through, let's stop the billionaire takeover. And in fact, during his very colorful streamcast, live sort of alternative broadcast during the president's State of the Union speech, I get that it was the joint address, not the State of the Union, but during the president's speech Tuesday night, Senator Murphy specifically said that his message is that, and that a lot of what he says is funneled into that. He is emerging as the leader of one faction of Democrats in respect to opposing Trump.
Yes. Dan Haar, thank you so much for your time. Dan Haar writes about politics for CT Insider, and you can find his columns on ctinsider.com. We appreciate your time, as always.
Great to be here.
We want to get back to that breaking news.